Today,
I'm Ohio. It is week 13, game number 14 of the 2021 NFL season. It is between the Denver Broncos going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. We are at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. We'll let this go and see you all after the game.
we'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos. It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The former Missouri Tiger, Drew Lock, will be a quarterback as he leads out the Denver Broncos.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They're really caring. When you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Lock now on first down. This will complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. And that's Alex Okafor who gets in to register a sack. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders squared to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield, no chance to gain any yardage.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against it, 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Lock. He'll get this to Philip Lindsay complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Denver has a first down on a 15-yard play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now the first carry here for Philip Lindsay, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On neck it down now. It's Lindsay. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Lock looking out of the gun. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Now this throw caught left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. How about to start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Right, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. A little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Shotgun snap to Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Anthony Hitchens able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
What's about team was so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This from 42 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The KC offense set to go right as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
We know the arm strength is certainly there. He's got a big-time cannon for an arm, and that's not a surprise. He's the son of a former Major League pitcher, so the bloodlines come into play. The biggest question for Patrick Mahomes, Can he harness that big arm, develop the touch that's needed, and carry his team towards the playoffs?
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And unable to get downhill there, so take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They go play action. Now Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And all the way in for the Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 63 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country or any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A drive there in just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Drew Lock once again leads the Broncos out. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last night, but couldn't get that knock blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to love what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession And the defense on the other side,
Maybe a little gas,
yeah,
bro.
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Locke on the bootleg. That's complete to Jake Butt. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Lock on the give, it's Lindsey, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
From midfield, here's Locke. And his throw is incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Locke. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They do get 9, but leads to 4th down.
So many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Too long for a field goal, too short to pop that in between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And that is going to be incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. But the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. He'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And now make it 2nd and a foot or so. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Yeah, he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes An invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, the deep end route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got a man open, it's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
That last catch short the marker by just a yard, leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. There's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them find and setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
The Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And again, it's Mahomes. Finding Williams once more, complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now it's Mahomes again. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this one just a chipping. Butker's kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the field goal there, Castro lines up to be an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run there and get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone, get you 6.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, so they held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what he did.
That factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Corbin Sapp was the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. Throwing no, but it's incomplete. He was looking to go back to Sutton there. 3rd down here.
So far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of 1st at the 32. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. They'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the second half here with Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 27, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double and pick up 6.
It's not cool about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to control on third down.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and the group's the chains.
Well, man, the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding a hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving it with his 3rd and 1. Now here's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Defense was expecting run, and they're down to pass of over 15 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
When they say it with a chuckle, they call him unreliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. Incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Mahomes going to throw. He's got a first down or much more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second and goal from inside the 5. Williams. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass, where the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Bunker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive, 12 plays of length. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting Vader. Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. On the return is Spencer. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, he'll throw it. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 40 now on second down. Lock. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're back now in KC. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Here's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. But they will take over possession of the football at the 42-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 42. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, when you get a tight end who can run, you got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Another nice pick up through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swing, slant, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A tackle made by Todd Davis. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the moment trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Mahomes now on 1st down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Drives it to 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take a good turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. Rookie seals Jones. There to make the grab. And the Chiefs head on to their lead.
This is why a lot of play calls love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind him for a touchdown. Walker on for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Madrid at that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return is Spencer. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive. I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game. Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right? Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Block, and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll set up to throw. He dumps it underneath here to Lindsey. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat. Their first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores. Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win? One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. Open man Handler, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Block working out of the gun. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on second down. Lock. And he is going to be taken down. They got it. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Chris Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there. Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give the Scotia credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game. Block going to go on 4th down. Now a clash of picked up by Charvarius Ward. And as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory. And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I'm chuckling myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. You got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Williams. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it with Williams, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
As I say, have it the Chiefs are winners over the Broncos 24-3 on the stream. And I'll be back tomorrow from the live stream, so please like and subscribe. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great night.